The Funny Monkey, Meeko's Mischief. Meeko was a monkey, a very funny monkey. He lived in a big, green jungle with lots of trees and yummy bananas. Meeko loved bananas. He ate them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Sometimes he even ate them for dessert. One sunny morning, Meeko woke up feeling playful. He swung from tree to tree, his long tail swishing back and forth. He saw a bright red bird perched on a branch. "Hello," chirped the bird. Meeko grinned. He tried to say hello back, but all that came out was a series of monkey squeaks and giggles. He found a juicy, ripe banana and started to peel it. He ate it slowly, making funny faces as he savored each bite. He threw the peel up in the air and caught it. He then used it as a hat. He looked at himself in a puddle of water and burst into laughter. Suddenly, he saw a group of monkeys playing a game. They were throwing small stones at a target. Meeko wanted to join in. He picked up a stone, but instead of throwing it at the target, he threw it at a sleeping sloth hanging upside down from a branch. The sloth woke up with a start and looked at Meeko with sleepy surprise. Meeko giggled. It was very funny. Later that day, Meeko found a shiny, red ball. It was much bigger than his head. He tried to roll it, but it was too heavy. He tried to bounce it, but it just stayed put. He tried to throw it, but he couldn't even lift it. He sat down next to the ball and looked at it thoughtfully. Then he had an idea. He gathered all his banana peels and piled them up around the ball. He made a little bed for the ball. He then snuggled next to the ball and pretended to go to sleep. He thought the ball was his new friend. The next morning, Meeko woke up and saw a group of monkeys chattering excitedly. They were pointing at something high up in a tree. Meeko looked up. It was a big, juicy mango. It was too high for anyone to reach. Meeko thought for a moment. He remembered the big red ball. He ran to fetch it. He pushed and shoved the ball until it rolled towards the mango tree. The ball bumped into the tree trunk and shook it vigorously. The ripe mango fell down. Everyone cheered. Meeko had saved the day. He smiled proudly. He was a very clever monkey. That afternoon, Meeko decided to have a picnic. He gathered all his favorite things, bananas, mangoes, and some juicy leaves. He spread a big leaf on the ground and arranged his picnic perfectly. He sat down to eat, but a little bug landed on his banana. Meeko started to chase it, making funny faces and silly noises. He chased the bug all around the picnic, until he finally caught it and gently put it on a leaf. He didn't want to hurt the bug. He was a kind monkey too. As the sun began to set, Meeko felt tired. He swung back to his tree and curled up in his cozy nest. He thought about his day, the sleeping sloth, the red ball, the mango, the funny bug. He smiled. It had been a wonderful day full of mischief and fun. He drifted off to sleep, dreaming of more banana peels and more funny adventures. The next day, Meeko woke up to the sound of birds singing. He felt like playing a trick. He found a long vine and swung it like a rope, making it whoosh through the air. He nearly knocked a toucan off its branch. The toucan squawked in surprise, but Meeko just giggled and swung again. He continued to swing the vine, making the other monkeys laugh and shout with excitement. It was a hilarious monkey game. Later, Meeko discovered a troop of smaller monkeys playing near a stream. They were trying to cross the stream but were too scared. Meeko, feeling brave and helpful, created a bridge using fallen branches and strong vines. He helped the little monkeys cross safely, one by one. They all squealed with delight and thanked Meeko repeatedly. Meeko felt proud to be helpful. One afternoon, Meeko stumbled upon a group of monkeys trying to open a coconut. They were struggling, hitting it with sticks and rocks. Meeko watched them for a moment, then he had an idea. He found a large, smooth stone and carefully positioned it against the coconut. He then rolled another, smaller stone down a slope, aiming it perfectly at the larger stone. The smaller stone hit the larger stone, which cracked open the coconut. The monkeys cheered and gave Meeko a celebratory hug. Meeko was a problem-solving genius. As the days turned into weeks, Meeko continued his mischievous adventures. He played hide and seek amongst the trees, making silly noises to confuse the other monkeys. He created funny faces using mud and leaves, startling other jungle creatures. He built elaborate nests of leaves and twigs, only to abandon them the next day for a new, more exciting project. He learned to imitate the sounds of other animals, much to everyone's amusement. He would mimic the roar of a jaguar, the screech of a parrot, or the chirp of a cricket, often adding his own unique monkey flair. His imitations were so funny they would make the other animals burst into laughter. Meeko also discovered a love for collecting shiny objects. He would gather fallen leaves with dewdrops sparkling on them, shiny pebbles, colorful insects' wings, and anything that caught his eye. He would arrange his collection carefully on a big leaf, admiring his treasure trove. One day, while exploring a new part of the jungle, Meeko came across a group of humans. He watched them from afar, curious about their strange behavior. They were building a small hut, carrying tools and materials. Meeko found their actions fascinating, especially when they accidentally dropped a tool and it made a funny clanging sound. He imitated the clanging sound, making the humans laugh. Meeko had made new friends. From that day onwards, Meeko would often visit the humans, always ensuring to make them smile with his antics. He would swing from their hut, playfully steal their hats, and make funny faces at them. The humans, in return, would offer Meeko some of their food, which he always happily accepted. The humans realized Meeko was not a threat, but a playful and charming character. Meeko and the humans developed a special bond, proving that even the wildest of monkeys could become friends with humans. One evening, as the sun set, Meeko sat beside the humans, enjoying a tasty piece of fruit. He looked around at his jungle home, feeling content and happy. He had friends, food, and plenty of mischief to keep him occupied. He knew his life wasn't always going to be filled with sunshine and laughter, but he was ready to face any challenges that came his way, always with a mischievous glint in his eye and a contagious giggle on his lips. Meeko, the funny monkey, continued his adventures, bringing joy and laughter to everyone he met. He remained a playful and charming character, proving that even the most mischievous of monkeys could have a kind heart and a generous spirit. He learned, he played, and he made friends, all while making the jungle a more vibrant and entertaining place for all its inhabitants. And so, Meeko, the funny monkey, lived happily ever after, his laughter echoing through the trees, a constant reminder of the joy and wonder that even a simple monkey could bring to the world. The end.